I wanted to leave y'all with a spiritual word before you bring your body back to the mechanic shop and you go to the recovering stage. First and foremost, idle is vital. Make sure that you take your supplements twice a day. Really very important when you take them at nighttime before you send your body back to the mechanic shop, so that as you recover, you give it a natural aid and an extra boost of energy. So we're going to start off with Psalms. This is the beginning of Psalms, Book 1, Psalms 1. Blessed, happy and fortunate, prosperous and invaluable is the man who walks and lives not in the counsel of the ungodly, following their advice, their plans and purposes, nor stands submissive and inactive in the path where sinners walk, nor sits down to relax and rest, where the scornful and the mockers gather, but his delight and desire are in the law of the Lord, and on his law, the precepts, the instructions, the teachings of God, he habitually meditates, pondering studies by day and by night. And he shall be like a tree firmly planted and tended by the streams of water, ready to bring forth its fruit in its seasons. Its leaf also shall not fade or wither, and everything he does shall prosper and come to maturity. Not so the wicked, those disobedient and living without God, are not so, but they are like the chaff, worthless, dead, without substance, which the wind drives away. Therefore the wicked, those disobedient and living without God, shall not stand justified in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous, those who are upright and in right standing with God. For the Lord knows and is fully acquainted with the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly, those living with outside God's will, shall perish, end in ruin, and come to naught. Psalms 2. Why do the nations assemble with commotion, uproar, and confusion of voices? Why do the people imagine, meditate upon, and devise an empty scheme? The kings of the earth take their places, the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and his anointed one, the Messiah, the Christ. They say, let us break their bands of restraint asunder and cast their cords of control from us. He who sits in the heavens laughs. The Lord has them in derision, and in supreme contempt he mocks them. He speaks to them in his deep anger and troubles, terrifies and confounds them in his displeasure and fury, saying, yet I have anointed and installed and placed my king firmly on my holy hill of Zion. I will declare the decree of the Lord. He said to me, you are my son. This day I declare I have begotten you. Ask of me, and I will give you the nations as your inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth as your possessions. You shall break them with a rod of iron. You shall dash them in pieces like potter's ware. Now therefore, O you kings, act wisely, be instructed and warned. O you rulers of the earth, serve the Lord with reverence, awe, and worshipful fear. Rejoice, and be in high spirits with trembling, lest you displease him. Kiss the Son, pay homage to him in purity, lest he be angry, and you perish in the way. For soon shall his wrath be kindled. O blessed, happy, fortunate, and to be envied are all those who seek refuge and put their trust in him. And that is Psalms 1 to Psalms 2. And we're at Psalms 3. I'm going to close it out with that. You don't want to be around the naysayers, the gossipers, the doubters, the scorn people, the people who've been hurt, the people who went through situations, because which we all do, but the people who still remain stuck in the past, the people who can't see a brighter day, the people who can't see the forest beyond the trees, the people who are just sour. Separate yourself from those, because they will not have the prosperous judgment that you seek or advice. As in so, for example, if you are looking for a marriage and you're looking for advice for that, you don't want to go to somebody who got the third divorce going on. Or if you want to have multiple wives, you don't want to go to somebody who can't keep up with their first two wives. You understand what I'm saying? You don't want to ask advice from the janitor how to be a basketball player. But I'm not saying not to entertain a stranger. Eat the fruit and plant the seeds. Eat the meat and spit out the bones. Don't be around those people who have that negative energy when you're looking to prosper yourself. Don't go to the places where you know there's a dry wells and you put in your bucket and coming back with nothing. Go to the place where it's plentiful of life. Go to where it's fresh air. Get out of the cities sometimes and go to the country. Walk in the forest. Go to the desert. Go to different terrains. Go to the tropicals. Because life is more than just one page. As they flicker, we go to another chapter. And this is the book of life. Ask the Most High for anything and store your treasures with the Most High. No man, no rust, no dust can touch them if you store your treasures with the Most High up in heaven. Be careful for where you get information from. Everything ain't sweet and everything ain't sour. With that being said, I'm not going to hold y'all. Y'all have a prosperous day. 888 peace and prosperity.